And I'm back with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Last time, we talked to Ben and Triloquist. Now we're going to talk to Mo. See what he saw. Sweetie. You have to believe me. I did not go anywhere near the crime scene. So where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me he'd wait in the room and be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. The ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie! I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still already in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Wait, that means... It means the ringmaster could have worn his own costume. Or it means the ringmaster could have taken his own costume. Fabulous! It's a fabulously possibility. Isn't the ringmaster like 100 pounds heavier? Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, well, they found at the crime scene was my hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery keeps getting worse. Also, by this time, it's been a couple of weeks, probably into my Final Fantasy VIII playthrough. I might as well talk about that. The way that's going to work is any RPGs I was doing on Twitch, I'm just going to double up RPG playthroughs on weekends, and I'm starting with Final Fantasy VIII. As I stated when I started my Final Fantasy VIII playthrough, that's quite a bit of stuff, but I think my YouTube stuff is doing a lot better performance-wise than it's ever has done. I want to thank you guys a lot for that. I'm probably double the subscribers I've been in forever. You know, Twitch is what it's going to be, and I think my internet usage, as I've said, my internet streaming is not the best quality. So, not going to force an RPG playthrough when I can't focus on that. So, I found some rhythm games that I could play on Twitch and then save all the RPG stuff for this platform when I can actually focus on recording it and, you know, not having to worry about an internet outage all the fucking time distracting me. So it's a win-win, I hope. Anyway, time for a fun Ziska to come back. Now that everyone's back, let's get started. The court is now in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with your prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Coles please take the stand? Why'd you just call him a pitiful clown? You'll know in a minute. Oh, poor guy. The witness shall state his name and occupation for the court record. In West Carolina, name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court while he's taking an autobiographical gibberish? I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in a court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. Wasn't quite sure what joke would be best suited for this occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh, maybe this joke's okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The only sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay. How about this one? Have you seen my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts? What's that one? Ow! Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, known as Motor Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15 the day of the murder. Correct? Yep. Very well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify to what you saw? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked it without the humor, please. Okay. Oh man, he can't do his normal stoogey work. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh in 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is vacant stares and applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've been taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament, a clown that can't make people laugh. I'm totally useless, but I keep trying. I even tried coming up with jokes. But this atmosphere's nerve-wracking. I decided to try and make everyone laugh. Seriously, what do you think of me? How am I doing? What does that have to do with anything? Aren't we the ones? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceeding is over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll hear me out? Well, I'll make sure one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you! I can't wait. Poor gumshoe. Now that that's settled, can we begin again with a testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk as long as you want. Night of the murder. After practice was over, I went straight back into my room. You have no idea how tired I was. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They're a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, and he was wearing a cloak. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden, Max clonked Ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness's account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There's no ways that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt. That must be my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Your Honor. Nick, you gotta find some sort of I can find it. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I will hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? 3. 3 and 6. 1, 2. You just happened to glance out the window? Oh, you could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, eyeballed. Mr. Curls! I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. Yes. Exactly what did you look out? Why did you look out your window? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? Well, that's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday, once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thwomp. God damn it, I did it again. It's thump. Thump, thwomp, thump, thwomp. Oh yeah! I forgot. You forgot. Your Honor, this witness looked out his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out his window. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention the thump, didn't I? Ah! That's not something you easily forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best for him to revise his testimony. Very well. Please revise your testimony. Should start turning the tables a little bit. Okay. Press 6 statement. So 1, 2, 3. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it sounded like girls. Ah! How'd you know I was gonna make a joke? Well, I guess it sounded like someone getting hit really hard. That's what it sounded like. What then? You went to look out the window. Okay. 2. Did you say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head? Yeah, I did. It's the climax of my story. It really does enjoy the random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You say you saw everything, didn't you? I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime committed? Objection! I will not permit you to harass my witness in that manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what will be waiting for you. A nice penalty. That's half my health bar. Isn't that a bit melodramatic to wreck my health bar if I fuck up? What will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe what my witness said is not true? I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you're willing to tell us this great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What's the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said he heard a sound like a thump. Someone getting hit. Yes, he did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching him, and all of a sudden he clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo's to be believed that he looked out of the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. Mr. Curls, how do you respond to his assessment? They didn't commit the blah 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 blah. But Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme in anger? No, I'm just stalling for time while I'm jogging my memory. Great job, Nick. You always seem to have a selective memory. You just gotta peel back the layers of the clown makeup. Well, oh, you're back from your jog. It's pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already down in the snow. Prosecution helped fill me in the gaps of my statement. Wait. Tampering with witnesses again? So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant, Clog. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster was already checked out. Yeah, he was on permanent vacation. Ah! Your Honor, you did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yeah, exactly. Ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Ah, gotcha. So Judge and Mo have the same voice, but it's fine. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. Silk, black cloak, they're all there. His face was silhouetted, but there's no doubt it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem like he was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever. This should be finally good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was he really at the crime scene? No. He said he wasn't there. So we gotta believe in that. Alright, commence your cross-examination. Alright, so Max's third statement. Or Mo's third statement, okay. 1, 2, 3. You said you saw all of his symbols? I suppose so. Silk hat and the cloak, right? Well, everyone knows that Maximilian has 3. 3. Everyone get ready. Ah! Who cares if he knew that there were 3? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Silence, fool! You are to respond with the whole truth. Why did I say it like that? The whole truth. No fractions! I love how I said no fractions! No capes. Order! Order! I heard an Incredibles reference. That's funny! Not this stupid clown. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obviously it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses might have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts? Clearly not. He is toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed because bluffing always works. Someone's toying with the court and it's not me. Your Honor, do you remember Trilo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup with his nose stuck up his ass? How could you mistake someone with a 3-piece getup? Trilla saw them all. He saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses. There's absolutely no doubt this is a contradiction. Now, what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the points, but this... Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Oh, she's angry. Your Honor, it might be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that unlike wine, the witness does not grow more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% sure that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I will prepare a ruling. Nick! Come on, this is your last chance. Fourth statement, Silcat crime. Okay, cool. There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially that Silcat. Nobody would ever forget the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time. Mr. Wright, you got one last chance at this. I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against the witness. If you're going to prove to me there's a contradiction with his testimony, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your case. Got a single shot, gotta be careful. I understand. One chance is all I need. Fourth statement, Silcat. Nah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw, would it? Oh yeah, that's the one. He was wearing it that night. No question on your mind? No, exactly. How would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these stupid questions? It was found as a crime scene. It's a crime scene. That means the silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated he was wearing it the entire time. Ah, that's not true! I'm just a simple, stupid clown. Order! Mr. Curls, what is the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, this is not right. That's harsh. What's not right is your eyesight and memory, amongst other things. What are you being so mean to me for? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes. You ain't got no right to insult my eyesight or memory. They're both great. Seriously, why are you sitting above the... Oh god, he's doing an old bag. Oh god. Enough of this. Who do you think you are? I saw him, I swear. Even though I didn't see the roses, he was wearing a stupid silk hat. I'm telling the truth. Well, he's turned into old bag. God damn it. Now he's turned into Hackins. Now he's turned into everybody. Fuck. No. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene of the crime wearing the silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? Something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo, what do you want? Just said he left the scene. Exactly how'd the murderer leave? What? What do you mean, how did he leave? You can't just ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is so full of holes. Her protest is useless. You have a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't call me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how'd he leave? The answer's obvious. He just turned and walked away. That's what I'd expected. You sure that's how it happened? What? I'm not exactly sure where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure love the harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story? Why, yes I do. Do. No footprints. Yeah. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. How exactly did he escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has proven his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of his testimony from the court record. I agree, this clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came in on. Wait just a minute. You guys can't just ignore everything I said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for one day. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyway. I'll give you the real deal, I swear. I get the feeling things are gonna get worse. Maya just had that dumb look on her face this whole time. The testimony you've provided up until now has been false. It hadn't been false, It's just what? I was a bit confused about the whole criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to tell me what I really saw. Okay. Order! I will have order! Franziska von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly had the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Well, let's hear the truth of what you saw. Hey, you ain't gonna believe this, but I tell you it's true. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic dribble. And now it's time for our next segment. Mo knows. Everything I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing the white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw. This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there was no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you, it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, it was... I don't know how to put this into words. I've seen a parrot. I've seen spirit channeling mumbo-jumbo dead people. I suppose flying is not out of the equation. Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of the crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believed all the other witnesses. Why would you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of my story. To be honest, it's the first time I've ever heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? What he just said now is strange. I don't think he'd be making it up. Which means he was telling the truth. That's what I think. Nick, what? That means that Max actually used magic. You're right. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Just like my accent. Magic does not exist. I suppose I will let you all into my current line of thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky? I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around what could have actually happened. You imbecile! If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got the feeling this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings on this point. It is an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints on the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Hey, sweeties. What in the world's going on? That's what I'd like to know. You say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that simple. But it looks so effortless. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying. I use invisible wires and they hoist me in the air. You just told me the secret. I broke the first rule. The only rule. Sorry, Max. I made you break a magician's creed. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is find that flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Yeah. No capes. No wires. No more clouds. I'll see you guys next time. Yeah.